Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So for today, there's no message. Let's just hop in and see what Spirit wants to share. So this one is causing a traffic jam. What is it? It's the guardians of the inner desert, but it was in reverse. So a desert period, maybe you're meant to come out of that desert period now. Maybe things are warming up. Or are you trying to make the desert period happen quicker than it's meant to share its secrets? So the next one we have is inspiration. They say we need four of these and only one of those. So three. Third one we have is the threshold of the guardian. And this one. Okay, with the path of Hercules. And from that, just one of these. Oh, that one came out quick. Okay, so we have this honey looking one. So let me hop into the story real quick. Okay, so Guardians of the Desert, inspiration. Okay, so we started off with the desert period being in reverse. And I was like, are you trying to rush something? Are you? No, I feel like you've actually been trying to stall it, that you like to sit in the heat, in the warmth, in the glow, and soak up all the healing that the sunshine has to teach you. But with the next card coming with the inspiration, so with this inspiration, what really is the balance? You're balanced. Even when you mess up and you drop things, you catch them in midair because that's how balanced you are. And so it's this water. So it went from a desert to all of a sudden having this inspiration. And I feel like this inspiration has scared you, because what are you going to do with this flood in the desert? Like, do they belong? Do they mix? And yes, because that creates an oasis. But let's see what the next card was. It was that threshold. Oh, sorry, there's more message in this one than I knew. Hold on. I feel like coming into your life really soon, you are in that desert period and that inspiration is going to come to you. And it's almost like you shaking inspiration's hand. So this is the threshold of the guardian. And it's like, it's so ready to take you. And it kind of gives me a water vibe, right? There's the orca, but this wave, once you kind of you think you're just dipping your toe in, you're just nice to meet you, basic beginners, you're almost all polite and things, and it's just so ready to sweep you up and take you into the, whatever it is when the ocean curls in on itself, and into the depth. Because when I went into the depth, then it came over here, and then when we did that, it was like a unicorn in the stars, in the sky. So here we have the guardians. So with this desert period, again, you're just sitting there in your peace, in your bliss, enjoying things. I feel like you're going to have this aha moment, and you're just going to be like, that's a great idea. And you think that it's going to just be maybe, let's say it was a business, it would just be a side hustle. But this side hustle is actually going to take you, this is the path to Hercules. It's your hero's journey. It's your call to action or your adventure. So you've been sitting in this desert period, and I feel like maybe you wanted to go do all these fun adventures before, but you found it very soothing and comforting. I almost got that the desert burnt you so much, and you've learned to heal from that. And it's like that you've learned to navigate extreme circumstances. And so now, because you know these extreme circumstances, it's for you to go on this quest, right? He's going to go through all these different challenges to the highest of high, right? Conquer each challenge to the mountain. And then look what's at the top. It's our unicorn guide waiting. And what does I still don't feel like I've tapped into this unicorn message. I don't know how the energy of this comes together at all. And they say that's because it's in this card. So let me just look. Okay. I like it. It's a cool message. So they took me to 32. 32 together, added together was 5. 5 was that change and that chaos energy. The wild rebellion, that's what the unicorn is, right? It's like the stallion, but like even more rebellious. It's a unicorn. The unicorn is almost equivalent to like what am I trying to say? The goat, right? Greatest of all time. Well, unicorns aren't here. If there was a unicorn, I'm pretty sure they would have picked them. And even going back into this card, there's a whale there. And so another thing, especially when it comes to like stocks and investing, they always call them the whales, right? So what I'm picking up is this hero's challenge. Nope, back to this card. And we can still hold this one. The 3 to the 5, when I looked in on it, it was like you've been burnt in that desert so bad. I get like 3rd-degree burns or something. Like you've learned to soothe it and heal, and because of that, you know the extremes. And so that's why this 5 energy is so welcoming, because you know that there are some things that it's just not fair. Like, yes, you can go into the extreme desert heat and you can survive it, but does everybody need to get burnt to the point of I'm seeing the Hanged Man card, right? And that's Odin, and he hung himself from the tree of life to like almost to the point where life was taken, right? And so it's like, do we need to live to those extremes to know just how powerful our soul is? And so with that, that's why that unicorn, right? This was the unicorn energy, they said, which is the guides in the stars. They don't want you to suffer. No guides ever really want to see you sit there and suffer, especially your team. Like if you're given something of your karma to work through, it sucks to see someone that we know, that we love so much, we care so much about, but we do have to energetically work through our pain. But you don't need more pain than, that's what I'm getting in this reading. It's like you've taken on more pain than you even needed to. And it's like now you almost find comfort in pain. So this unicorn wants to take this chaos or pain within you and transmute it. And that transmutation happened way up in here, just that little tiny butterfly. It's almost like the pineal gland or something like that. And it did take me into here, and it was this stirring and activation. I now see a turtle. I now see the angel wings coming out. A turtle brings me to Turtle Island, how the earth takes care of you. And then the angel wings is just that angelic above support, which again would be also in that category, the unicorn energy. That magical, and that's what it's called, like unicorn is coming back. And I think that's also a term in investments as well, right? We talked about the whale and then the goat, the greatest of all time, but I think a unicorn doesn't have to do with something that's gonna like make $1 million in a certain amount of time or whatnot. And that's what I feel like this hero's journey is. It's like sending you on this unicorn quest that, you know, every new business adventure thinks that they're going to be the next unicorn opportunity. But this one I'm feeling is like you've had so much pain and been scorned, right? That scorching heat. you've soothed and you've healed so much that once you actually start getting these healing inspirational waters and you do get that quenched, it's almost like a relief. It's like, oh. And then you want to kind of like share that energy with everyone else, because you don't want others to go through such extremes that you went through. You can do it, but you don't have to. And that's when those floodgates open up. It's like, it's gonna, I almost see you living like your normal life, and then you like walk up and you're like, wow, what a beautiful waterfall. Yep, okay, that's nice to see. All right, let's go back home. And then as you like go home, it's like you slip on this rock, it takes you in, and next thing you know, it's spit you up all the way over here. You're like way over here, and you're like, shoot. Because here on the mountain, you have a way more diverse perspective. You see things, you see the grand scheme of everything. And so this challenge led to this challenge, led to this challenge. It's almost like, why did we have to suffer through that? Why is this? And they're like, oh, we do this because over here, this happened. And then over here, this happened. And this, and this, and this, and this. And then when you get to the top, it's the answer. And so when you have your Hercules moment, your victory, you bring that knowledge back down, and you always come back to home. So if you're so if you're so comfortable in, oh, we're out of order. In the desert, right? In this desert threshold, I get that it's safe. It's almost like you were in the cave, they say, and that, like, as I look here, there's so many wings that it did become protected, right? Because you do have the threshold of the guardian. This one has its like wings all around you. You are wrapped up in this wave of emotion, but you're safe by your guides. And so even if you feel like you're not going to leave here, it is safe. It's like a safe little cocooned nest, which that cave I'm getting is cold. It is protected. I don't know how that applies to the desert with the heat, but maybe that's what you're doing, is you're coming to bring those shelters and those protections so that there are a little bit more cooler moments and not everything is as blazing. Or maybe in those cold caves, it's bringing a little bit of warmth or something. Depends on your terrain. I don't know where your Hercules mountain is or whatever quest you're on. There is this journey that's happening, and it is going to be sweet. The effort that you put into it is going to be worth it. So if it's like, I'm getting that you don't even know that this is an adventure that you're gonna go on. You just know what you don't like. And like I said, once you do that one handshake, you meet that one person, you go to that one place, it's just one something, right? You open up that one email. It could change everything from you. From that point going forward, you can't go back because it's so uncomfortable now. Because now you know how to change that. You know how to fix that. And so you'll never be the same person going forward. Now you have a purpose. Whereas before it was just healing and just existing and surviving. Now it's going out with a purpose. It's like meeting other like-minded people who have the same call to action as you do, because you're changing things now. There's a little bit of thought and mind, as long as the body going in motion. There's a little bit more alchemy in this, because now you have purpose, whereas before you were just healing yourself. What you're doing now is going to change the world. And it's not just change the world, I hear heal the world. It's going to bring healing on a bigger scale effect than if it was just you. Sitting in your little desert cave, whatever shelter that is, it is guarded. It's very peaceful in there. It's like a nice little hermit mode that you made, which is essential for you to go within and figure out, is this my energy? Is this not my energy? Do I believe this? Do I think this? What's up? And then once you've checked up what's up, that's when I feel like this opportunity will come. You're gonna be so oblivious to it. You're just gonna be like, all right, gonna go to the grocery store today, and boom, life-altering moment. So I feel like whenever this comes, right, whenever you see a wave coming, I feel like you're not going to quite be prepared for it. You're down here trying to be like polite and things, but you don't even notice that all this is going to crash in on you. And I feel like with this reading, hearing it before gives you a little bit more heads up. For someone, I'm hearing this has already happened, and this is just confirmation to float. Just float and let it take you where it's going, because you've already been sucked up and your quest has already started. You've got purpose, you got drive, you got passion. Now it's just for you to kind of, you know, when the wave knocks you, which is up, which is down. First, we just need the direction, because here all this is in a spin, but it's only when it's flipped upside down when the unicorn presents itself. And that's in that moment where you're like, what's up, what's down? It's that trusting, surrendering part when the unicorn's going to come in. And then from there, it's going to show the path. And it will be challenges, but I feel like now it's more exciting. It's not just sitting there waiting for a healing moment to happen. Now it's going out there and creating the change you want to see in the world. And isn't that what we all really want to do? So I feel like we'll leave it there. I hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.